Making money, a story of change. What do cows, sacks of grain, seashells, strings of beads, and swaths of deerskin have in common? They have all been used as money. Currency in the form of coins and bills is a fairly recent development. And before there was any currency at all, there was barter. Let's make a deal. Barter is basically a cashless system for exchanging goods or services. People likely bartered from the earliest days of human society. Maybe someone could make tools but needed help hunting. Another person was a good hunter but needed an axe. When they bartered, the tool maker got help hunting and the hunter got an axe. Today, some believe the give and take of bartering is a useful formula for exchanges of goods and services, but money makes it easier for us to buy what we need. How many cows does that cost? About 9,000 BC, humans developed agriculture and started living in communities. They grew crops and raised animals for food. So the first form of currency was probably livestock. People could pay for goods and services with cattle, sheep, goats, pigs, or camels. Grain and other crops served as money, too. As societies developed, however, ships and caravans made a growing inventory of goods available for trade over great distances. Suddenly, big live cows and huge sacks of grain were no longer practical currency. People saw the clear advantage of money that would not die or spoil. Shopping with shells. About 1200 BC, the Chinese began using cowrie shells as money. Cowries are animals that live along many coastlines, so people in Africa and India used this form of currency too. On the other side of the world, Native Americans made money by stringing beads carved from clamshells. They called their currency wampum. Caption: Wampum is made from quahog clams. The advantages of metal money. The Chinese were the first to use metal for making currency. At first, they cast bronze or copper into shapes that resembled cowrie shells or small tools. These manufactured coins later became flat and eventually round. Before long, the use of round metal coins was adopted in other parts of the world, including Asia Minor, Greece, and Rome. Many early coins were stamped with images of animals, deities, or kings. Caption: Examples of coins from the ancient world. A number of factors gave metal coins an advantage over earlier forms of currency. This convenient form of currency lasted a long time, was easily recognized and counted, and had values based on the metals from which coins were made, such as silver and gold. Graph: Average price of 1 ounce of gold in US dollars. Graph labels: 1975, 1980, 1985, 1990, 1995, 2000, 2005, 2010, 2015. Paying with paper gets popular. The Chinese developed yet another form of money about 100 BC. It was flat, like today's paper money, but each bill was actually made of deerskin. Made of deerskin. In the 7th century AD, the Chinese began printing the very first paper money. Some 1,400 years later, the usefulness and popularity of lightweight paper bills is undeniable. More useful than ever. The key idea about money today is that it is issued by governments. In the U.S., your $1 bill is worth the same as anyone else's. The same is true for the Chinese yuan, the Brazilian real, and the euro of the European Union. However, the value of one nation's currency in relation to others can fluctuate daily. Today's money is certainly far more versatile than ancient varieties. In addition to exchanging coins and bills, we can write checks that represent the money we have in the bank. We also use electronic or computer-based currency. When employers deposit salaries directly into their workers' bank accounts, or when we charge an online purchase to a debit or credit card, the exchange is made digitally. From metal to paper to digital currency, each innovative change to money has made it easier for us to purchase what we need. Sidebar. Point, counterpoint. Barter or bucks? Barter is better. By Jonah M. I've learned how to get things I need without spending a dime. Officially, it's called bartering. But it's as simple as trading what I don't need anymore for something I want. Last week, I traded my inline skates for my friend Robert's guitar. It's a lot like recycling. Things you were going to throw away will be used by somebody else. Another way to barter is to trade your time and some work for something you want. The Case for Cash by Haley D. Cash lets me choose exactly what I want to buy. I can also compare prices of similar items at different stores. I don't always spend my money right away. My mom helped me open a savings account when I was 7 years old. Whenever I receive some cash, I go straight to the bank to deposit at least half of it. Over time, the money I save and any interest it earns will help me buy things I wouldn't be able to afford otherwise.